So I'm with Stephanie Rowe, who is the preschool coordinator, and we're talking today about transitions.
Right.
So can you tell us about some of the things you do to support your students with transitions?
Sure. So I have two students coming in that transition and students that leave us and we transition. So the students that are coming into us are coming from early intervention and Arizona State for the Deaf and Blind, Arizona Early Intervention, and DDD, which is Division of Developmental Disabilities. So those three agencies transition their kids to us by 3. I meet with so that transition looks like their team coming together with me, and I actually meet with the families and do a tour of our facility. So we kind of do the whole tour and talk about all the programs in it and this classrooms that we have. And I give them a folder with a brochure and about the preschool, a calendar about our preschool calendar. And we schedule at that meeting, we do a hearing and vision test to start that process of evaluation. And then we schedule for an evaluation and the parents can ask questions about the preschool, and all of that team comes together. Then I ask the team, what are you working on from early intervention side so that we can make sure we're looking at, when we evaluate that child, we are looking at all the areas of potential concern from the early intervention team to us. Great. So that's early intervention transition. And then we have to have, just so you know, we have to have them in by their 3rd birthday. Like they have to start on their 3rd birthday we have to have all the paperwork done by their 3rd birthday.
All right, I had no idea.
Yeah, and then the other side is when our students are 5 years old and going to kindergarten. That's a transition as well for preschool to kindergarten when they're of age. And we meet every student that has an IEP meets with that other school, whatever school, their home school. Their team, our preschool team, meets with their elementary team, and we, with the parent involved, and we talk about their strengths and needs and make sure that school receiving that child has a heads up of where they need to be and what they need for support, so that there's a successful transition to kindergarten and the whole team knows what they need.
Okay, good. So now, how many students do you currently have in the preschool?
I know every year. So here's what's really hard about the preschool, because we start out small, and I not only receive kids from early intervention coming in by 3s, but I do a child find screening every month. And every month parents we get pediatricians that refer, we get parents that just have concerns with their child's development. We have department DDD, AZIP, anybody that might need to have their child screened. So we do a child find screening every month, and those kids also could possibly qualify. So we always start out low. I think we started out at 80 this year, and I think we're already at 115. We will end up probably by the end of the school year about 140 to 150 kids.
Wow.
Because we screen so many kids from either from early childhood or from the child find screening. So it's a constant building. We start small and we build all year long. By the end of the year, we have a lot of kids for a small preschool. And but we do.
So is it all kids that either have an IEP or they're possibly on that path, like they have developmental concerns?
So we have at our preschool both. We have the students that come from Arizona Early Intervention that has concerns. We have Child Find that says, okay, do we have any concerns with their development? And then, but then we have the people that pay tuition to come. So we have typically developing peers on our campus as well. We like that because we find that having those special needs kids with their typical peers, they get to be good role models for them, especially language role models, because we have a lot of kids that have speech and language issues. So that it's really nice to have them together, and that's what's going to happen at the elementary school anyways, for those peers. So it's kind of nice to start that here. So yes, we have peers in our classrooms along with students with IEPs.
It sounds like you have a pretty thorough transition process for both transitions. Is there anything that you would add or change about it, or has it gone pretty smoothly?
It's gone pretty smoothly. previous years we've done tours,
Mm-hmm.
trying to do tours. We haven't had, I kept data on that, and we really just didn't have a lot of input on the tour dates, because I put out the
Mm-hmm.
tour dates and, hey, we're going to go to Mountain View and tour this date. And only a few families came compared to the whole population. So we stopped doing that. And now what I did right after I stopped doing tours, I started publishing their kindergarten roundup dates.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped those families to know when to go to kindergarten roundup.
Good.
And that they could tour and get an enrollment packet at that point and all that. Even though they still go to the transition meeting and get all that there as well.
Yeah.
But some of them like to do that kindergarten roundup.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah, I feel like everything's good with transition. We
Sounds
get
like
a lot
it.
of kids, and
Yeah.
we actually have to take pictures of the kids because so many kids are coming in. Like
Yeah.
we can't even people are like, well, what about this kid? I'm like, I know who that is, but I just can't put a
I
picture.
can't
It's
imagine.
amazing how many kids we get.
Yeah.
Every child find, like this last Friday we did a child find. We had 10 families come through.
Wow.
And then every month it's the same thing. So we have about 10 every month come through, and they're concerned, their pediatrician's concerned, somebody's concerned, and we do a child find screening. So I think we do a good job of making sure. We also, over the summer, I send out all of our child find flyers to all pediatricians, all government offices, any public, like the library will put it up. And so we send them out and they know to put them up, and that's kind of our way of, and it's also in the newspaper. So that's kind of our way of publishing, hey, these are our child find dates, and come and sign up. And
That's a great process.
yeah. So that's
Well,
what
thank
we
you.
do.
Thanks
Yes.
for your time.
Yeah, not a problem.
Appreciate it.
Yes.